So today I'm going to, now I'm mixing all the colors over here. For the body I'm taking white from here and I'm taking black, but at the same time I'm taking a little bit dark blue. So when I'm going to color, I really like to make it a little bit peachy over here and little bit over here. So these are the part I will make sure I'm not going to color with this one. Other than that, I will cover the whole body with this. Start from this body over here. I have water. So I'm putting water over here. With my colors, and I will make it very liquidy. And let's see how this. So always start with very light shade. I put it a little bit dark over here because I know I'm going to color this one dark. This is the back side. Shadow will be here. I really like when it bleeds. So. Just softly. I'm taking the liquid one. Again, I'm going to take the liquid one over here. Now I'm taking a little bit my solid color, like over here I made the liquid one, but this is the color I made it, right? So I'm taking just a little amount of that one and I'm going to draw some lines. Or you can say I'm coloring with that dark shade. Again, I'm going to take a little bit. If it's not bleeding, take a little amount of water and just put next to this one. This is the part is going to be a little bit dark. So I'm taking my solid color over here and I'm going to color a little bit over here. It will bleed. I clean my brush again. This is not bleeding, so I'm just trying to put a little bit of water over here. And this area is shadow, so this is also going to be dark. This is the jawline, right? The mouth is over here, so this is also has to be a little bit dark. This is the trunk we already did, but we have to make it a little bit more dark. I clean my brush and now I'm going to put a little bit water over here. So wherever I see that color is not bleeding, I just put a little bit water over there to make sure it's bleeding, not too much. And then I will let it dry. So until it will dry, I'm in the meantime I'm going to make this peach color for this ear part and the mouth and all these. So what I'm doing, I'm taking white color over here, and I'm just comparing which color will look more better. It's really optional, whatever you really like you can create. I'm taking very tiny orange over here, and sometimes I like to add a little bit red to see how does it look. Sometimes I like it, sometimes no. Yes, it's just different. Okay, so whatever color you really like it, try to go with that. I think it will work over here. No, I think it will be a little bit strong. And I'm waiting for all these to dry. Not really dry, it has to like a little bit dry. Now I will clean my brush again, and I'm going to put water over here. Now I'm going to take a peachy color over here, and I'm going to just draw outline a little bit. And I'm using this round brush. This part is really dry now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply a little bit water over here, and then a little bit peachy part over here. And a little bit peachy part over here. So this was really green. It should have to be spread actually. So make sure it's not really dry. It has to be semi-dry, you can say. Now I'm taking the little bit darker shade of the peach one. I made it with a little bit red over here, and I will outline again. I'm taking the darker shade right now. Let me close the door. Okay, so I did this part. And you can see it's. Do not make it darker at the first time. Try to go slowly by slowly. Again, it's dry, so I'm taking water. I'm going to spread over here a little bit. So whenever I'm coloring, it will spread. Now I'm going to put a little bit more orange in my color, and I want to see. It's kind of dark. Yeah, I don't like it this much dark. This is pink, but this is not. Now we have to do this area. So this one, I will do whole thing pink, means peachy, and later on when it's dry, then when I'm going to do the outline and everything, then I will make it the black. So what I'm going to do, I will take my peachy color over here, and I will just color the whole thing. I'm taking the darker shade what I made in the peachy. Now I'm going to do this one. This area I'm not putting water first because this is very small area and I do not want this one to bleed. So I saw that I don't know, I moved my paper so you guys couldn't see this leg part. Let me show you on my rough paper. Suppose this is my paper and I have to color this one. So what I did when I was coloring, let me put another paper because this is a thin paper. I want you guys to use watercolor paper if you are doing watercolor. So let me show you what I did. This time when I was coloring these parts, I didn't put water. I just took directly the color and I colored over here just like half, all of them one-sided. In my case, I did on the left hand side, like this much, and then I clean my brush. This one will not bleed that much because this is not watercolor paper. Then I put water here next to this one, so it bleeded and it came over here, so it's darker to lighter shade. Let me show you in my paper over here. So yeah, so this part is little bit lighter and this part is darker. Suppose you got the same color like the everywhere, so you can, now it's dry, so I will take my clean brush and I can clean it. It's like an eraser. You can clean it every time. I'm using my paper, the paper towel, and wherever you feel like it's really dark for you and it didn't bleed very well the way you want, you can go back and you can clean it and you can soften it. This is the beauty of watercolor actually. If you feel any hard means edges or anything, you can go back and you can clean it with the clean brush. I actually like this way, the bleeding style, but if you do not like it, you can always go back and fix it. This part is not cheek part, so I'm trying to make it a little bit dull over here and little bit more gray over here. Do first this part I really like grayish, and then light blue over here, and this is going to be black, and this tiny part is going to be white. So for the gray color I already have, so I'm going to start from here. I put a little bit water, and I'm going to use gray color. The one we made it for the whole thing is the same color I'm using. Clean my brush. So I did this part. Now I have to do the inner one. For inner one I use this. I'm going to take too much color. This much. Like so. Over here this inner part is going to be very light blue. It's too much watery over here. So let me just very light blue. The inner part over here I really need black color, but because this is wet I cannot work over here. If I will work over here it will bleed. I'm going to use this marker today, means pen you can say. I got it from Costco. So if you have a marker you can use marker. This is a pen. So still it's wet, but the eye part is a little bit dry, so we can start coloring over here. So I'm going to use this my light blue pencil color, and I'm going to do this way, not this way, just little bit this side over here, very softly to get the color. So now I have this blue color pencil. I'm going to outline with this one, and I sharpen this one so it will give you very thin line. And make it soft inside, very softly. Now this white one over here first in both eyes, a little bit bigger size, and this part is going to be like a person head and two hands. This one I'm going to color black. make sure your watercolor is dry. First I'm coloring near to the outline, and then I'm going in the middle. This time what I did, this is head and I did this way. So this is the head. I'm going opposite way over here, like this way and this way. And this part I will color with my blue pencil. This is light blue. And I will make it just a little bit dark over here, softly. Now I'm going to use my magenta over here, and I will do softly on the top of this blue. Now I'm going to use, if you have a 9B, 4B, something like that, or normal pencil, you can also use normal pencil, but these pencils are very soft. Sketching pencil, you will get better results, but yeah, you can do it. Otherwise you can use this stump if you have, so, or you Q-tip to give this a little bit darker shade. When it's dry, I'm going to paint white over here with the paint. Oh, it's dry, right? We didn't use the paint, so I can do it. I will take a white color. If you have a gel pen white, you can use gel pen. And I'm going to use my light green color from here, just tiny amount, not too much. And we can draw some grass over here. It's blue. You can add a little bit blue to make it darker. So this blue, I'm using it. And I'm going back on the green. So it will give you dark shade of the green. Now I'm going to use 9B. If you have any other soft pencil, you can use it to outline the eye. If you have a Q-tip, you can use Q-tip. Suppose you did little bit color over here, you can take an eraser and you can erase it. If you have a pen eraser, it will be better, or kneaded eraser, you can go back and you can clean it. Right now it's really wet over here, so I'm not going to clean over there. And suppose you did something wrong over here and you want to erase, yes, you can go back, because it's a pencil color, you can always erase this part. So this is how to draw triangular shape over here and here. And you can use black pen or color, whatever you like it. I will use my 9B, the sketching tool one, and I will give this one a dark gray shade, not black. When it's done, I'm going to use my pen again, and I'm going to use only at the bottom over here, at the bottom over here, that's it. And outline over here, I did the pencil first, so I got that gray shade over here. Now I'm going to outline this one with my pen. So I have to go slowly. I'm going to use my blue pencil again, and I'm going to make it dark this line. And very softly, do not press, because it's a watercolor paper. If you press hard, you will see like something pressed over there. So I started this one, so I'm using my pen over here. Sometimes I do not like to connect. If you like to connect this one, yes, you go ahead and connect. So I'm turning my paper, because when I'm drawing, if I cannot see, suppose I have to draw this one and I cannot see this one, I really want, when I'm drawing, to see everything. So my line will go exactly at the outside, at the edge. Somehow I don't feel like this is the bright eye, so I'm just making a little bit over here. I have to color this one a little bit. So this is the part we have to draw the ear. I'm going to color this white again when it will really dry. Now I'm going to draw the tongue over here with the pencil, and then after that I'm going to color that black. Now I'm going to use my pencil over here. So this is the part I want pink, and other than that everything is black. So I did white paint over here for the eyes, and I made a little tiny dot next to that. Now we are ready to do the tail part over here. So same thing, I'm going to get some color, gray color, because I forgot that time. So yeah, same thing, you have to do the same gray whatever you did. This one I'm going to use my pen because this is cartoon, so we can just draw with the pen and just let it bleed over here just a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit water next to this one so it will bleed. Very light. First thing, always make sure you have very light shade of this one. Really watery and it's very light. So suppose if I have to color the cloud over here or a sky part, let me do it a little bit over here. So I think it might be dark in camera because when I'm seeing I can see, but it's really light. Almost like a white means water I'm putting, not color. So same thing, when you are coloring these parts, make sure you are not putting, now I took the color, not the color actually, the one I made it, the watery one, and I'm going to put it over here and it will bleed. Sometimes I really like to move my paper. And I know that where I have to work. Now I'm taking this color over here, I made the watery, this one too, and I'm going to use just slightly over here, and then I will put water to make it light, not really dark. So let's see from this side how does it look. It's nice to me. It's showing me the cloud. Maybe let me use a little bit white and peachy color over here to match with his skin too. Just little bit. So I'm done. So I'm going to make color over here again, just a tiny bit. Okay. Now I'm first going to use, yes, this is the color over here, and maybe some small cloud over here. And now again I want a little bit dark at the bottom, so I'm going to use this one, and again I'm going to just use over here same color and just tiny bit peachy color over here. Actually, when I was making peach color, I put it over here, so it was like a white with the peach color. Before I will color more, I have to check, because when I'm putting this way I cannot see properly, so I'm just looking this way. I want little bit darker shade of the grass, and lighter shade. So I'm going to take this blue because I use this blue, so I'm going to add over here, and then I'm going to make a darker shade and just a little bit spots over here and there with the water actually. So it will give you a little bit that we have grass. I'm not using really color, I'm adding lots of water actually. And whatever color I have, I'm trying to blend that one with the water to give the feeling that we have grass over here. And then I'm going to use this one and make it a little bit soft. Because our main focus is the elephant, so I do not want this one to pop up or this one to pop up. I want this one to pop up, so I'm making it this one little bit soft. Cute flowers and all this you can add, but make sure this is your peach color. Go with that and just check. Don't make it really bright, otherwise flower will be main and then elephant will go in the back. Just tiny bit over here and there. That's it. Or maybe just little, not more. Okay, thank you.